Grimes, the Canadian singer-songwriter and artist known for her ethereal music and avant-garde persona, recently made headlines by openly criticizing the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, which is owned by her former partner Elon Musk. This public condemnation marks another chapter in the ongoing conversation about the pervasive influence of social media in today's society and the toll it takes on users' mental health and well-being. On July 7, Grimes took to X herself to voice her discontent. Despite being a musician with millions of followers and a public figure who could easily benefit from the platform's reach, she confessed to having been basically entirely off social media for some time. Returning to the platform, she described it in starkly negative terms. In her candid post, she wrote that social media sites like X are overwhelmingly, abundantly and profoundly clear to her as a poison and a prison. She elaborated that these platforms are filled with utterly short-form, deep-sounding nonsense attached to no one that your brain will discard imagining it's learning. This poetic critique highlights her sense of the platform as a superficial and empty theater where nothing real or meaningful is communicated. Grimes referred to the entire social media experience as a theater, but not one that offers entertainment or enlightenment, rather, a shitty pale simulacra of a life, emphasizing how artificial and disconnected from true human experience she finds these platforms. This was not the first time Grimes expressed concerns about social media. Earlier in April of the same year, she had posted reflections on the damaging impact that social media has on individuals and society at large. She described these digital spaces as feeling like a ghost town of depression, bitterness and pictures of beautiful women doing sexed, sick things. This evocative image paints social media as a hollow, depressing environment where users encounter not genuine connection but rather curated, often superficial content that can contribute to feelings of isolation or inadequacy. Grimes further condemned social media companies by calling the state of affairs a massive moral failure of all the apps. She emphasized that these platforms are causing great harm to society, signaling her belief that the negative effects extend far beyond individual users to affect the social fabric itself. Grimes' critique comes at a time when the detrimental psychological effects of social media are being discussed with increasing urgency by experts, users, and public figures alike. Studies have linked excessive social media use with anxiety, depression, and a decline in attention span, especially among younger users. The culture of likes, shares, and instant feedback loops has been shown to impact self-esteem and distort reality, creating echo chambers and spreading misinformation. Grimes' sharp words add a personal, artistic perspective to this larger societal issue. In addition to her outspoken views on social media, Grimes has been open about her own neurodivergent diagnoses. In March, she revealed to her followers that she had been diagnosed with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and autism spectrum disorder. These revelations have helped many fans and followers better understand her unique personality, creative processes, and sometimes enigmatic communication style. Her neurodivergence also potentially informs her sensitivity to the overstimulation and superficiality she perceives in social media environments. For someone with ADHD and autism, the rapid-fire, chaotic nature of platforms like X could be particularly overwhelming or alienating. Grimes' personal life has also been a subject of public interest, especially her relationship with Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind Tesla, SpaceX, and now owner of X. The two have had an on-again, off-again relationship since 2018 and share 3 children. Their relationship was often a topic in the media, not just for their status as high-profile figures but also because of their unique dynamic, blending cutting-edge technology, creativity, and public scrutiny. While Elon Musk has often used X as a platform to communicate directly with the public, sometimes stirring controversy, Grimes' criticism shows a stark contrast in how they view social media's role in society and personal life. It is particularly interesting that Grimes chose to voice these critiques on the very platform she condemns, reflecting a complicated relationship many public figures have with social media. Despite its toxicity and pitfalls, social media remains one of the most powerful tools for reaching a global audience and sharing one's voice. Grimes' decision to return and speak out from within this environment highlights both the platform's inescapable reach and her willingness to confront its issues head-on. In a broader cultural context, Grimes' statements echo a growing awareness and backlash against the addictive and often damaging nature of social media. Public figures like her, alongside mental health advocates and researchers, are increasingly urging platforms to be held accountable for their societal impact. There are calls for better regulation, improved platform design prioritizing user well-being, and more honest discussions about how these technologies shape human behavior and social norms. Grimes' blunt condemnation of social media as a prison and a poison is a reminder of the urgent need for critical examination of these digital spaces. It challenges users to reflect on their own social media habits and consider the emotional and cognitive costs involved. Furthermore, by tying her critique to a moral failure of social media companies, Grimes is pushing for a re-evaluation of the ethical responsibilities these platforms should bear. In summary, Grimes' recent comments about X/Twitter shine a spotlight on the dark side of social media through the lens of a thoughtful artist and neurodivergent individual. Her critiques delve beyond surface-level complaints to question the very nature of online interaction and its consequences for mental health and societal well-being. As someone closely connected to the platform's current owner, her words carry additional weight, signaling a personal and public reckoning with the complex, often contradictory role that social media plays in modern life.